I know we're having a little bit on talk on the bull part of this, but there has been a debate in our community about Imperial armor. Yes, no. Do we play with it? Do we not? The big complaint is I don't know it. Well, that's obvious. This is tough. These are not cheap books to part of it. But in the SMS and so part of it, when you say, hey, I don't know the rules, we don't all own the same codexes, so you gotta wait till your opponent brings the codex so you can peruse the rules, read over it. But let's face it, this is Games Workshop Warhammer 40k, 6th edition. If you think every army's going to use the same rules, and we're going to do carbon copies, you're hysterically crazy, because that's the whole concept of the game. Always one trick. There's always something wrong. Every unit plays almost by a different standard of rules, you know, that you're going to have to deal with. One ignores night fighting, it doesn't have to worry about it. Another one has to feel no pain on a consistent basis. Better armor saves. One can move through cover, the other can't. There's always there building codexes to be exceptions to the rules. So in that regard, man, you got it. You can't really injure yourself and handcuff yourself with the rules. Play with what's out there. These are great, fantastic models. I think they're well thought out. When you really give these models a chance and you look at them objectively in a scenario thing, I've always felt Imperial armor makes more sense when you build a model. I mean, I played with a lot of models. I've been playing since 2nd edition. I've been playing through the variations of games like Space Hulk, Tyranid Attack, Epic, and I look at some of these models here on the table, and I'm like, these guys aren't doing their job. They just can't perform to the role they're supposed to be doing. And I find a lot of Forge World models and Forge World units that are put together, they perform the job that they're made for. You have to pay the points for them, but they're going to perform the role. That's why they can become dangerous. That's why you have to draw a little bit of fire. But they were made to execute at the level points that were granted on that thing. How many things you look through your whole codex, and I can tell you just about every player goes to that codex and goes, well, that unit doesn't make its points. I'm never going to feel that. Until you play a character, fluffy guy who likes, oh, I just love them all and I play it. Most people are looking for the best point effective cost per model or unit in the game. And then yet, if you're going to be one of those guys that does that and then turn around and go against Imperial armor, you're a hypocrite, basically taking against what people are basically doing. That's all these models are doing. They are priced accordingly to what they basically do. You're just unfamiliar with it, which is no different. I mostly get beaten by opponents because I run into something I have never seen before. A new trick, a new power aspect. I'm like, wow, good. And you gotta try it out. You think things are good, doesn't always happen, but give everything a chance. You play a new system, you play a new edition, you play a different game, play a different unit, a new codex that come out, because chaos is on the horizon, which is coming up our next segment we'll kind of talk about, but that's going to be new stuff. You're not gonna let that not be taken away. I don't think Imperial armor should be the same. Hey, leave some comments about that little subject, because a lot of people in the community are really busting about it. What do you think? Let the community know with comments below. Alright, in this segment, what's ahead? Well, what's ahead for Spectre Studio is we are in cohorts of trying to grow. We're looking at 2 friends that are going to try to bring on board to see what we can do. We're looking at Mark Jacobs, who possibly can start doing us some unboxing, try to get some of the new boxes out there. We're going to put it in his hands, get a video out, hopefully be on this channel, and then allow you to see what models. He is a fantastic converter. I really want to get some videos and stuff that he's had. He used to do a lot of Oryx. He's not doing much of the game, but he does have great ability to craft. He's a good craftsman. He does a lot of other outside stuff that's not gaming oriented. Definitely check out some wood burning stuff. Building and working. That guy's always tinkering. So he unboxed something, and he's going to put some conversions out for us hopefully in the future. Hopefully, cross your fingers. Throw comments below and say, yes, Mark Jacobs, sign aboard. We want you to do some unboxing for Spectre Studio, and that will be great. Another friend of ours, Art Gurgrand, probably butchering his last name. I haven't really heard him say it that much. He's looking to kind of help us out. He may do some working as well on some other avenues, but he also is looking at joining us in some bat reps. I'm kind of hoping he can partner up a little bit with Spectre Foreman, as I pretty much partner up with Spectre WoW, and we can kind of do a little bit of tag teaming, get a little bit more common bat reps going up, a couple more others going on. He also plays Marines, but he also has some Eldar, which we don't have for Spectre Studio. So we can get him kind of working on some stuff down the road. That will be fantastic. And there is a, cross your fingers, we're looking at another person to actually possibly do us some painting. Keep that name real quiet because I haven't personally talked to him myself, but if we can get him on board, that will also be very fantastic. So for rumors going out there, we all know that Chaos is coming down the road, and from what I've seen as 6th edition rule book right now, if you have been thinking about Chaos, you're probably going to want to jump on board. Fearless really is going to be a big beneficial to Chaos, especially Chaos Marines. Why do you say that? Well, Demons basically get a vulnerable save, but they typically have high-end invulnerable saves. So on a dice, you shoot them enough, which this game is producing a lot of shots out of units nowadays, especially with the rapid fire rules changing. Demons kind of end up getting nailed a lot. But Space Marines, even Chaos Marines, have a 3+ armor save and high toughness of 4. They probably will benefit very much, and they will be directly fearless. So no breaking, no running. When they're in your grill, they will stay. That is reminiscent of 3rd edition. You saw that if you watched my first bat rep against the Tau. Once the lines are closed, once the synapse is in control, they're just holding the entire line. Fearless creatures are just going to stay. Fearless models are going to stay. So that's something to really look at. I expect Chaos to be a real power force in ahead. So if you want to get into them, I definitely highly recommend it. And that's pretty much what we got going on. So definitely want to end this pretty much this part of the video here. We put a bit out here for this lengthy video to hopefully pull through. Leave comments, subscribe. I had a few more people subscribe. Thank you very much. At one point, I probably should notate some of these people that can start popping in and subscribing for me. Like I said, I'm trying to build this this video to be a little bit more of a structured content. I would like to get a little bit more cameo appearances and guest stars coming in from more like the Spectres and other people in my community that have some pretty good thoughts and some plans of coming out with some stuff. But leave comments, help kind of develop what you would like out of Mind of the Spectre, and especially if YouTube helps me kind of grow this base where I'm able to have a little bit more time to add things in here. I definitely won't be boring you too much. I'm kind of hoping that this is something that you put in the background to help paint. I know that's what I do with a lot of videos when I find all across the web. It's very useful and gives you some insight of what's kind of going on. And like I said, comment, subscribe, get people involved. The more we get out of you, the more we know we're doing the right thing. I hope we're entertaining you and bringing things forward. If you like it, like the page, like us moving up. We're going to try to get a little bit more stuff down the road. I do have a website being built through Spectre Wow. He is working on that, so we can kind of give you a way to find us a little bit easier and avenue. This is all in the process, and there is a small possibility if you have been watching Mini Wargaming that Spectre Studio could be involved with that. We are looking at an application process in that aspect, but we're trying to get all our T's crossed and our I's dotted. So if you would like to see that again as well, if you want to see us in a bit of that grouping, let us know. Comment. We definitely like hearing from you guys. All right, thank you very much. This is Spectre Senency out, and we will see you again on Mind of Spectre.